Hello, Intactivists! In the news this week, we have Forefront, DAC, GALDEF, Your Whole Baby, and much more coming up. In POTS news, we have a end of the year special for those who participate in the CareBuzz and the POTS e-commerce program. Our awesome supporters and donors have agreed to match what is made off these programs anywhere from 200 to 600% extra. And this is just in time for Black Friday and the holidays. This does end December 25th. You can go to our Discord and our coffee to learn more. In our cyber ad campaign, we have reached about 1.2 million people. Hoodie by Nature, Breaking the Cut, Darwin, Circumcision Law Reform, and of course, Prevail Over the System is spearheading this campaign. Also, a special thanks to our donors and those who do the POTS e-commerce program and the CareBuzz. All of this does help us a lot. Also, guys, remember to join our Discord where you can go and volunteer on making Intactivism and POTS better. We have lots of jobs and it's easy for you to be helpful. Also, speaking of donors, we've had our OnlyPans meeting this past week. It lasted 3 hours and we still have much to cover for next month. But quite a few things will be coming down the pike very soon, and it's going to be super awesome for you guys to go ahead and see how POTS starts evolving. In the video special, why doesn't POTS give good news and promote organizations? We reveal the actual truth about POTS and if POTS is more positive or negative, and how much of this is just people saying rumors and fake news about POTS and what is actual facts. So definitely go ahead and check out that video. It did not get a lot of views. It got less than 60 as of recording of this video. So definitely go ahead and check that out. It is very important. It's about 10 minutes. Also, first ever premiering on POTS, Tone Pennant came on this Saturday and talked about the Hadashak versus Oregon case and a lot of the accidental intactivists initiatives that are quite important to intactivists. So definitely go ahead and check that out. His interview got a lot of likes. Actually, his interview got one of the most likes in the past 3 weeks. So definitely go ahead and check out that interview. It did not get pushed that much in the algorithm, unfortunately. If you didn't get notified of it, now's your chance to go ahead and watch it. And in GALDEF news, searching for plaintiffs in Colorado. It says we need lawsuits in more states, and that means we need more plaintiffs. Intact Global and GALDEF have been hoping that the next lawsuits will be in Colorado and Illinois. Here in Colorado, we need plaintiffs who were cut in Colorado after the state passed its FGM law in 1999. I volunteered to find people under the age of 26 who were subjected to penile circumcision. We're seeking anyone, including cisgendered males, transgender females, and intersex individuals who were assigned or presumed to be male at birth and subjected to circumcision. Other potential eligible plaintiffs would be intact boys under age 18, represented by their parents or guardians, who could still be at risk of circumcision in some very common scenarios. Those specific scenarios are listed on GALDEF's Equal Protection Lawsuit page, which you can go ahead and click and check on that if you want to, which is actually quite a bit to read. So we're not going to go ahead and read all that. So where would I go look for plaintiffs? A college campus. Before retiring to Colorado 10 years ago, I spent 10 years demonstrating almost every weekday at the University of Chicago campus in a very heavily pedestrian trafficked area of the campus. This talks about him going to the college and talking about genital autonomy and his experience with it. And then he continues saying, asking a young adult to put themselves out publicly as someone who has been harmed by circumcision is a much bigger ask than I originally thought. So far, about 24 people have told me they would consider being a plaintiff, yet half were beyond the statute of limitations and or were not circumcised in Colorado. Many of the older students served in the military and are now in college because the GI pays their tuition. They are sometimes extremely disappointed that they can't be a plaintiff. Even though no one has yet followed through by contacting Intact Global about being a plaintiff, I still have hope. While I would certainly like to find some plaintiffs, I must admit that I'm doing some useful intactivism and getting people to talk about the issue with their friends. Intact Global needs all of us to help find plaintiffs. Those of you with good social media skills/connections could help by letting online groups know that we need plaintiffs. Potential plaintiffs can get more information by visiting GALDEF's Equal Protection Lawsuit page. And then you can also, if you're interested, you can apply with the Intact Global Plaintiff Submission page. So yeah, if you guys are in Colorado or Illinois, you guys can go ahead and submit that information. Go to GALDEF and find this article. Also in GALDEF news, bioethicists hear about the harms of male and intersex genital cutting. GALDEF's executive director Tim and TT Perry assisted Intact Global with staffing their booth on October 23rd and 24th at the 27th annual conference of the American Society for Bioethics and Humanities in Portland, Oregon. Eric Klopper, Justin, and Deborah represented Intact Global and distributed Intact Global materials to more than 1,000 bioethicists who attended the conference from USA, Canada, Europe, Asia, and Africa. And speaking with booth visitors, we shared with them the successful Haddishak v. State of Oregon court hearing, as well as the Journal of Medical Ethics publication of an interview with former AAP Circumcision Task Force physicians Douglas and Andrew, both of whom cast doubt on the veracity and credibility of their 2012 policy statement. Both events fortuitously coincided with the conference. For its part, GALDEF prepared a special bioethics page on its website and a QR-coded flyer for distribution to attendees that they could scan and download numerous published articles addressing the bioethics of non-therapeutic, non-consensual genital cutting of children. You can go ahead and check that out. It's quite a lot. It's like 12 of these if you want to go ahead and click and see this stuff. Just once again, go to GALDEF and check it out if you want. Also available were GALDEF's bodily autonomy info cards, our different bodies, same rights cards, and GACs, not a boy, not a girl, not a problem, Zine. While other exhibitors offered candy at their booths, Haman and Justin added a bit of thought-provoking humor to the booth by providing healthier options, bananas, and individual condom packages bearing the message, "Condoms protect, cutting harms." Some booth visitors immediately understood the double entendre of the bananas, while others needed an explanation that media discussions of circumcision often feature a banana with part of the peel cut off, as well as the fact that circumcision advocates frequently claim circumcision prevents HIV and other STIs. GALDEF will duplicate the condom messaging at its booth at the upcoming Palm Springs Pride event. So they're moving away from the flowers, I guess, and they're going to bananas. With few exceptions, almost every bioethicist who visited the booth, including a number of Jewish, Muslim, and international academics, agreed wholeheartedly with protecting all children from forced, non-therapeutic genital cutting, regardless of sex. Okay, and in forefront news. So, Carter had a panel of people in his podcast. This was released 17 hours ago. It was definitely an interesting podcast. Very, honestly, I don't know if you want to go ahead and watch this. Carter spoke about 98% of the time through this. And yeah, Dwayne was there. Dwayne Van Linker and Eric Anderson was there. Those were the two guests on the podcast. If you go ahead and watch it, let me know what you guys think. It was interesting. And in Your Whole Baby news. So, Your Whole Baby is at the LA Prego Expo. I guess they went there. I know they were trying to raise money or whatever to get there, but now they're there. It says, it's day 2 at the LA Prego Expo. We had an amazing first day connecting with so many parents and birth professionals. Thank you for the warm welcome, LA. We're back for day 2 and excited to keep the conversation going. Today, we'll again be sharing evidence-based information about caring for the intact penis, the lifelong function of the foreskin, the physical and emotional harms of circumcision, how parents can make informed, confident choices. If you're attending the expo, come say hello. We love meeting parents, professionals, and anyone passionate about gentle evidence-based care. Here's to another great day of education, advocacy, and connection. A special thank you to our donors who allowed our work to be possible. We couldn't have gotten here and had this amazing booth without you. But yeah, guys, these are the pictures. I'll play the video for you guys So you can go ahead and see you got some pamphlets there and books, got signs, stickers. Oh, they even got ARC Law. Okay, they got some ARC Law stuff there. They got little images. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so they have quite a few groups that they're promoting. Let's see if I can pause it at the right time. Yeah, so that's ARC Law. And yeah, that's little images. So yeah, they even have circumcision in the LGBTI community. All right. Very inclusive. They actually, from right here, it says today Jewish families are celebrating Brit Shalom. So maybe they're doing some Brahim stuff out there. Not sure. Actually, yeah, I think that is the Brahim postcard right there. Let me see. Yeah, they do have Brahim stuff. So Your Whole Baby is also promoting Brahim pretty hard in this booth. So interesting. 3 intactivist groups they are promoting. Little Images, Brahim, and also ARC Law. And in DAC news, they had their collective intersex activist in France. They have quite a bit of pictures here. Don't forget to like them. I don't read French. I think this says stop with sexual intersex mutilations. I read a little bit of French. Intersex justice maintenance. I think that's now. They have quite a few people here. Looks like they got like 10 people. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Especially if you guys are against intersex mutilation. I know some intactivists don't care about this. But yeah, they have quite a bit of pictures going on here. All right. And oh, they even got pins. That's cool. Oh, sorry, my head was probably in the way. You guys probably couldn't see that. But yeah, all right. It says, memories of the rally on November 1st, 2025 in Paris for the rights of people. This is also translated, by the way. Historic gathering with the presence and support of, among others. They added a bunch of people. No vital emergency, no consent. The medical body mutilates children. Anti-mutilation. We're here. We're here. Even if the doctors don't want it, we're here. It's stopping the mutilation, the consent we want. Even if the doctors don't want it, we're here. That's their song. So the original would be something like this, which looks about the same to me whenever I get rid of the translation. All right, and on to the Intactivist calendar for the week. So, No Circ of Michigan, they have closed out their year. This is the only one they have on their calendar so far. This is the Michigan March for Integrity. This is Saturday, September 12th, 2026. This is 4 hours long at Memorial Park, Royal Oak, Michigan. A very long time away. The event they had last week is not up yet. So once it's up, we'll go ahead and cover that in the news. The Bloodstained Men, this is also next year. Their 2026 Super Bowl Circumcision Crisis Protest, February 3rd through February 9th. Not going to cover that too much right now. It's in California, though. So if you guys are in the area, go ahead and check out their website to get more details on that. All right, and on to the polls of the week. So for this poll, if you had to choose, which would you rather? A, Intact Global be allowed to have his case heard and then lose, and B, Intact Global have his case instantly dismissed. This is for talking about the Oregon one. And everybody said that they would rather have Intact Global be allowed to have his case heard and lose. Granted, we don't want him to lose, but I was just wondering if people thought it would be worth the time and effort to go ahead, have the case, fight for the case, and then lose, which would take a lot of time and money, versus just having the case dismissed instantly. Because the track record for a lot of these cases, guys, is most likely Eric Klopper is going to lose. So please tamper your expectations and hope with the Intact Global case, just so you guys are aware that right now, intactivists in court cases is like 0% chance. It's very low that we've ever won anything. I think David Llewellyn has won like maybe a few cases, and they were very specialized. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote, because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. Okay, so support a day Solomon's urgent medical needs. This has gone up quite a bit. He has raised about $122 this past week. So he is at $482 raised of his $2,400 goal. Eric Anderson, intactivism equal protection pursued in court right now. He was actually on the podcast with Carter and Forefront. He has raised no new donations the past 26 days. He is at $100 out of his $4,000 goal. Support Hoodie by Nature. He has raised no new donations this past month. He is at 72% of the way there of his $1,600 goal with $1,150 raised. Okay, Your Whole Babies LA Prego Expo booth. They are there right now. However, they only raised 25% of their $4,500 goal with $1,100 raised. They haven't had any new donations for the past 25 days. Okay, and Health Equality / Inaction. Critical call to support nationwide male bodily autonomy. They have raised $25 more this past week. This $5,100, we calculated that in last week. So now they're at $14,195 raised out of their $100,000 goal, which is about 14% of the way there. Okay, now this is GALDEF's fundraiser. I'm going to go down. There we go. So circumcision is not healthcare. It's a custom help support gender equality. I'm actually kind of confused about this fundraiser because I feel like Eric Klopper from Intact Global and GALDEF are raising funds for the exact same thing. Think about it. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, this is phase 3. Their goal is $35,000. They have not gotten any new donations in this phase. So they're still at like 5% of the way there. I don't know, it's quick math. Okay, now Prevail over the system. We're still at 29% of our $15,000 goal for the year. If we don't hit that, it's A-okay. But hey, we do appreciate our donors. And if you guys do donate, you guys will get PANS access. And also, you can go ahead, join our Discord, partake in the POTS e-commerce program, which is going to get matched by the donors, some of the donors, and also the Care Buzz that will help us as well. And we'll update this goal next month with how much we got through the POTS e-commerce program and the Care Buzz. So all of that does help us. So thank you guys for your support. We definitely appreciate it. All right, and on to the Intactivist growth for the week. So last week, POTS was at 1286 followers. And this week, POTS is at 1309 followers, which is a 23-person gain or a 1.76% increase for the week-over-week growth. We are slowing down on growth a little bit, but we still are getting growth, which is good. We will have an even more aggressive ad campaign coming very soon. Also, we are in the top 10 biggest Intactivist groups on X now, though. So big shout out to you guys who are following me on X. Thank you guys very much. And if you haven't followed me on X already, please do so you guys can go ahead and see our posts that we were making. And you can repost them. That helps spread the message further and protects more children and babies from harm. And we aren't even watermarking our stuff. So, all right, guys, that's all what I have for the news. Don't forget about watching Why Doesn't POTS Give Good News and Promote Organizations. And also Tone Pennant's brand new first ever interview on POTS. It was really good. Anyways, please like and share to get this out to more people. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Prevail over the system. We rise through precision. Uplift transition. Reboot the mission. No fear, no fiction. Truth in transmission. Prevail over the system. Our vision's the difference.